Blow-off valves. Fun discussion, as always, on the Facebooks. People say you gotta tune for them. No, there's no tuning for them on a mazdaspeed. Basically, the ECU is always expecting air to be recirculated back into the intake post the MAF sensor, and there's no way to adjust for that in any of the tuning suites available for these cars. So if you lift on a shift, there will be a small rich condition. Depending on how slow or fast you shift, you may or may not even notice it. But big thing when it comes to blow-off valves on these cars is setting them up properly. So if you don't have an adjustable one, putting the right spring in it. If you have an adjustable one, adjusting the spring properly. So I run a Tile Q 50mm blow-off valve. You can see it here. I run the 12 psi spring, which is for cars that run 22 to 23 inches of mercury in vacuum. So at idle, my car is roughly minus 10 psi, minus 10.5 depending on the atmospheric conditions, which translates to right around minus 21, minus 22 inches of mercury. And then during engine braking, it pulls a little bit more. So 22 to 24 inches of mercury in vacuum when engine braking. So because I have the proper spring in there, I get a nice clean blow off. I don't get weird stumbles or bouncing idles when coasting in neutral, so on and so forth. If you have a adjustable blow-off valve, the key with that is adjusting the tightness or how stiff it is to where when you're doing a pull and you let off the gas, you get a nice clean blow-off. If the spring's adjusted too tight, you'll hear it almost sound like a compressor surge because it's not letting off enough air. If you have it set too soft, you're going to run into many different issues. One, the spring may open under boost, causing a boost leak, or you're going to have weird, bouncing RPM issues when coasting, so on and so forth. So the whole deal here is make sure your blow-off valve is properly springed or tuned, and by tuned I don't mean your access port or Versatune tuning, but properly adjusting the spring. And just some fun stuff that I've noticed with this car. You may notice my Tile Q sits right under my air filter. So if I lift on a shift, when that valve releases, my IAT, or intake air temperature, actually goes up. If I flat foot shift and continues to stay steady, that's something I noticed when I was talking to my buddy Craig about IAT and boost air temp as well. So just some fun stuff like that I've noticed lately over the, just looking at data logs and stuff. Other than that, I've continued to beat the hell out of this car. It's taken it like a champ. We're nearing 82,000 miles, so close to 17,000 miles on the setup. It's almost time to do spark plugs, so I'll be doing those probably in the next month or so when the next oil change is due. We're coming up on just over 4,000 miles on the current oil change, so I'll have to get that taken care of soon. Other than that, not much else to update. I'll add a video of a pull, edit that into the end of this, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.